A new school year can bring a lot of stress and anxiety to students and parents.
Yeah, 9 News parenting expert Dr. Sheryl Ziegler shares some tips on how to relieve some stress and some of the big stress that comes this time of year. Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's talk about the anxiety that the kiddos are starting to feel. How do we make that easier for them?
Well, first is I think we have to understand what's causing them anxiety. So usually it's they don't know who their teacher is, they don't know what they're like, who's going to be in their class, who are they sitting next to, those kind of things. If they're younger, how am I going to separate from my parent? Am I going to be okay? So they have anxiety around those things. And so a parent understanding that versus saying like, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. We think we're being encouraging, but actually it's really invalidating because those are legit fears and concerns.
Yes. As a parent, my anxiety surrounding back to school also kicked in, but quite a bit before, I'm sure students do. Why do parents get anxiety about back to school?
Well, some of those same things. How are they going to get along? Oh, is that kid going to be in their class that they don't get along with? How's the teacher? We've got all of those concerns. And also, depending on the year, I would say the kindergarten and 8th grade are the two big anxiety spikes for parents. And so we have those fears ourselves. Did we do enough? And did I prepare them? And, what happens is that can translate over to our kids. And so when we have it, we need to acknowledge it ourselves, and then we need to manage it too, because if we don't, then it trickles onto them and like, oh my gosh, if you're worried and I'm worried, this is a big problem.
Yeah.
So I know you kind of mentioned this, it's different at different ages. Like for the younger kiddos, it's separating from parents, but what does it look like at the different kind of ages of school?
So for kinder and elementary, their concerns are really those practical things. It's around separation. It's around, can I really trust myself to do all the things? Are people going to be scary? Are people going to be nice to me? Am I going to go play? Am I going to have time to eat? Like they are just like, it's like the basics for them. Like, am I going to be hungry? Those are the things. And they have a lot less control when they're younger. Everything's controlled for them. So they're kind of grappling with just how do I separate from home and my parent, and what's my agency in this new space? So that's for the younger kids. And then for middle school kids, this is a huge social transition. So socially, they're wondering, am I gonna have friends? Am I gonna have someone to sit next to during lunch? In elementary school, sometimes they have assigned seats, or that's just a lot less of a concern. Social is huge for middle school. And then high school is tons of independence and like, I'm supposed to be a big person now. Sometimes people even call me an adult already. And am I really prepared for these kind of independent decisions? Who am I outside of the old identity I have? What's my new identity? So it's sort of like 3 really different phases. And so parents are also going through the same 3 different phases as they are too.
My sweet daughter, she started kindergarten last week and she kept saying that her tummy hurt. Yeah. And I was like, that's so weird. And I realized that's part of like an anxiety that she can't express. She loves school, but that's one of the things that we kind of need to pay attention to as parents to know what is a little bit more than just worry.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that. Tummy aches, #1. So your kiddo's all of a sudden sick, they have a stomach ache, literally the #1 anxiety symptom in kids that they show. But it can also be headaches, and it can also be just this sense of like, oh, I don't feel good. Just an overall like, well, what doesn't feel good? I don't know, I just don't feel good. So I want people to know that while we think anxiety is a lot of rumination and worried thoughts, that's definitely a part of it, but a big part of it is very somatic. So it's in our bodies. And so her tummy ache is real. It might not be because of something she ate or a bug she has, but it is a real manifestation of her excessive worrying. And once we can pinpoint that, that's so helpful for a kid to have a parent who says, when you get really worried about things, you tend to feel it in your tummy, right, as a starting point.
Great advice.
Teaches them how to body scan.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Dr. Ziegler, thanks so much.
Great. Thank you.